right, Dr. Wendy Shivar, Ceci, another alum, Darlene, another alum. Awesome. Jen, you look beautiful.
Oh,
What have you done? Did you go to a makeup artist for this Zoom?
oh yes. Just
Your hair has
And
grown.
Lane.
I was
and you're-
I'm going to get it fixed tomorrow because I don't like it. So,
Oh,
Oh my
you know.
goodness.
Anyway, I'm trying to Cece.
hi, Cece.
Hey there, everybody. Good to
Well,
see
of course,
is
I call her
my-
Sassy,
Wendy
Sassy.
is my good friend that lives near me.
Oh,
So
excellent.
you got here. Yeah.
Excellent.
How
And-
many do you have?
And did you get, wait a minute, did you get a credit for referring her to this trip?
I'm sure I did.
Excellent. We do have your travel bank going there. So let's make sure that that's, because I talked to Lucy Frost today in Paris and she said, you know, I've referred so many people. And I said, Lucy, tell us when you refer people and then you get a credit, $250. I mean, you can aggregate all those, you know, somebody did a trip, got $1,000 off because they had five.
Wow.
4 or 5. Yeah, I think they had 5. Well, no,
Jan,
that's
tell me
4.
who you referred, just so I can double check.
Wendy, I'm sure you did.
Oh, Wendy Goodman?
No, right here, Wendy Sherver.
Okay.
Dr. Wendy Sherver.
What kind of doctor are you, Wendy
changed it.
Sherver?
I changed it.
Yeah.
What
What kind of
a
doctor are you? Oh, in case we need a doctor on the trip, what kind of doctor are you?
She's not that
Clinical
kind of
psychologist.
Oh,
Oh,
good. We might need that
that.
too.
Oh, when I'm on
Definitely
vacation.
That's
Marcy,
always
I'm glad to
useful.
see you in the flesh. I've never met Marcy.
I know, I'm
I'm
not a
glad to see you.
snuffleupagus. I actually exist
Yeah,
in
good.
real life.
Good.
Marcy in the flesh, and she's in Hawaii this week doing a dog sit on a cacao farm. How about
Oh,
that?
Lucky.
gosh.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's awesome.
Jealous.
Yeah, it's cool. So we had a bunch of people sign up for it. Marcy, you can just let them in as they come. But since Cece Sessi has to go early, I'm going to let her go first, just from the point of view as somebody who went last year, who can describe what the trip is like, because it's really hard to get your mind around what is this trip.
There's a lot to say about it. I'm not going to say it all because I want to leave some for others.
Yeah.
Last year, or this year in March, it was my first time with NextTribe. So I was taking a chance, taking the plunge. I knew I liked Mexico, so that was great. And I didn't realize how wonderful it would be to be both at the Peaceful Moment?
The present moment.
Present
Moment. Thank you. Present Moment retreat, which hugs the coastline. It opens up. You're on a little street in this little cute town, real friendly people, and you go into the retreat, and then all of a sudden you're in this oasis. And if you walk straight, in 5 minutes, you're gonna reach the beach. So it's all right there. It's cozy, and yet there is enough space to do things. You walk on the beach, you go walk into town to a fair, or where people sell their wares. And I just felt so great to be there with women who I realized during the first dinner we had together, these are my people. This is my tribe. These are the kind of women I want to meet and make friends with. And it's not so often that you run by someone like that in day-to-day life. So self-selected group of women who like to go on adventures, socialize with other women, who like good food. The food was fantastic at the farm to table restaurant. They were so accommodating for all of us if anyone had any dietary restrictions. The food was excellent all the time. It was so peaceful there. And yet there were times when it was rambunctious, like when we had our dance with the live music one evening. And that yoga studio, it's a platform that looks out onto the ocean, and you have the constant sound of the ocean waves coming in. And that's so idyllic anyway. And then there's all kinds of things that happen on the platform. Besides yoga, there's other things like meditation and ceremonies led by a local woman there. I did some horseback riding. I went on the kayak ride down the river that's a bird sanctuary, and at the end of that met some iguanas. So those were extra trips.
Yeah.
You know, you can sign up for extra things if you want. You can do nothing all day. Some of us chose to lay in a hammock and read all day. You can get massages besides the one that you get anyway. You can get another one, which I did, because the people there are so fantastic. There's a pool, so you can hang around the pool which is kind of centralized with the palapas all around, and then closer to the beach, the restaurant, yoga platform, massage area, paths that lead toward the beach in a couple of different places. And the palapas were fantastic. I mean, the weather there, you can't beat it. So
Well,
it was a-
that's great.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for that endorsement. That was just wonderful.
you know, I
I'm
could go
glad
on
we-
and on.
I'm glad we were recording, and I just realized I didn't introduce myself. I'm Jeannie
Okay.
Edmonds. I'm the Chief Operating Officer of NextTribe, and I'm actually going to be leading this trip, and I led the trip last year. I'm going to get to some of the other people that went on the trip last year, but thank you so much, Cece. I know you have to go. Thank you so much for coming and giving us that testimonial, and I'm so glad, and you're coming back this year,
Sure.
right?
Oh, yeah. It was a
Yep.
pleasure
Awesome.
to be here now to see all these wonderful faces. Hello, everyone.
Awesome.
And I'm excited for next March. You
That's
know,
great. That's great. Thank you. So that's a good endorsement of it, that people want to sign up again and again. And Jan Klieger, I'm going to get to you because this is going to be your 5th trip. Is that right?
No, I think it's my 4th.
Your 4th trip. Okay. Excellent. To
So
Troncones.
to me, living in New York City when I started coming, and I just found it somewhere. Didn't know anything about it. And it's just everything that Cece said. It really is. The food is incredible, and just the sound, the quiet. Now there's no key to get into the palapa. And as a New York City girl, I was like, oh, I don't know. I'm a little, and it's so funny this year or this last year when I was getting ready to go, started getting nervous. And I said, every time you go, you think about it for 5 minutes and then, you're just fine.
Yeah.
And it's so, you don't worry about anything. Everything is so easy. The only thing is you shouldn't drink the water from the sink. You have to be pretty religious. And I haven't been sick, so that was good.
Yeah.
But and we have boogie boards, we have bicycles, which I didn't do too much of. The boogie boarding I really liked. We have dancing most nights, and the silent disco. If we could do that twice, oh my God.
Oh, that was that was a piece. That was
the best.
icing on the cake.
Yeah.
So I'll go through for the people who don't know about this trip. Darlene, I'm going to come to you as a first timer, and Kathy also, both of you. After this, I may come back to you too, Jan. But let's go through the slideshow. We just have a little mini slideshow here that really doesn't say too much because you're free. I mean, this whole trip is about freedom. You're free to be, you're free to play, you're free to relax, read, do whatever you want. So you can go back to the first slide, Marcy.
Amy is not coming, I gather.
No, she's not going to be on this. I think she's not in Japan. I don't know where she is right now.
Yeah, she's someplace.
Okay, so can we get back to slide 1, Marcy?
That's
Okay,
Okay, I'm
well,
getting there. Sorry, guys. I thought I had it all set
all right.
up.
This is all good.
okay, that's all right. And these are your rooms. This is the pool where you'll be. And okay, so now, okay.
have no idea
This
why
is
this
the
is
end
happening.
of it. Okay, this is the end of the trip. Can we go back
on.
to,
Yes,
okay, go
we
back to,
can.
yeah,
And
okay.
Oh, they have a turtle where you release turtles. It's fabulous. Down the
Yeah.
beach. There it is.
Okay, so this is of all of the NextTribe trips that we do. Some of them are in cities, some of them are very active. You're hiking, going whitewater rafting, doing different things. Some of them are more cultural, more foodie tours, wine. Jeannie's on the Inca Trail right now with people going up to Machu Picchu. So we have a lot of variety in our trips. This trip is the relax, play, and be a kid again trip. And so you can write your own agenda. You can do whatever you want, but we do have a little bit of organization, but it is Mexico. So I'll tell you what happened last year. Jan mentioned the turtles. we love to do the turtle release every year, where they have these little baby turtles. They give you a little bucket with baby turtles, and then you take them down to the shoreline and release them to get out into the ocean. And when I got there a day in advance, they said, oh no, turtles are gone, no turtles this year. So I had to come back and tell everybody, no turtles this year. Everybody was so disappointed. 2 days later, we found out, oh yeah, there are turtles. They're gonna be on Thursday. So it's Mexico, things change. Even the horse guy, he came on a different day. The silent disco woman isn't always there, but she has been there for the last 3 years. So we hope that
You
she
hope.
will be there this year, because it really is a wonderful experience. You put on these headphones and you just dance to, they play these beats and music in there, and you dance at the sunset and just move around however the spirit moves you. And it's a wonderful way to end the week. But beginning the week, you see this platform is kind of the center of attention in the resort, because it does have a beautiful view out into the ocean. And every morning at 8 o'clock, they have meditation, guided meditation. And then at 9 o'clock, 9 to 10:30, they have yoga. And you can sign up for a certain number of classes, a mix of meditation and yoga. They have yoga in the afternoon as well as the morning. So when you get there on Sunday, you'll be signing up for the different things that you're going to do, including the things you'll do offsite as well. Some of the offsite experiences are kayaking on the estuary, in the bird sanctuary, where you can see the iguanas that come out of the trees when the guy calls them by name. They come out of the trees. And somebody last year rented a boat and went out to an island, and they went snorkeling. I didn't think the snorkeling would be very good there. They said it was really good, and they saw mama and baby whales breaching. So it was an incredible experience. I don't know how much it cost her. I think it was a couple $100, but they split it, you know, so.
I was there. I was on the boat.
Oh, you were on the boat, yeah. So
Yeah,
how
the
much was it, do you remember?
snorkeling, I didn't think this, it was, I can't remember how much it was, whatever it was. The snorkeling was like, it was so hard because the waves, the
Oh,
current,
yeah.
huge.
Yeah.
But the ride was wonderful. They were terrific, whoever took us. And then we saw these whales. It was amazing. We also went with the kayaking. You had a choice of being on water. What are they? Water boards? I'd never done
Paddle
that.
boards,
Paddle
kayaks,
boards.
yeah.
Yeah.
mhm.
That was really fun. I did that. I had never done that before.
Oh, you
So-
did a paddleboard that time?
Oh, yeah.
Wow, that's
It
cool.
was
That's
great. I loved it.
nice. How
You know,
did you stay up? I can't stay up on those things. Wow.
I don't know. I just did. I've been
Jan,
doing
you're
a lot of
amazing.
balance. I'm old. I've been taking a lot of balancing classes because
I need to do that. Very good.
I'm
That's
always
good.
the oldest one there every single year. It's very funny.
Ha, no, I don't know, Jan. I think we're competing.
I don't think so. But anyway, it's
So anyway, as you
Oh.
can see on the left here is Amy, who kind of leads our dance parties. And then there's yoga class in the middle. And on the right here, we have just the favorite place to sit. You know, when you're not doing the sunset silent disco, if you want to sit there at sunset. We often have our dinners right at sunset too. So it's nice. You see the sun go down. We'll have a cocktail before dinner, and then you'll see the sun go down as we're having dinner. And the dinners are fabulous. It's all organic food, really delicious, healthy food. Okay, next slide. So this is where it is. You fly into Zihuatanejo. From LA, it's a very quick hop of like 2.5, 3 hours from LA. I don't know where all of the rest of you are coming from, but you know, when you get to the airport there, we have people to pick you up. So, and it's a very small airport, and you go outside and then you'll see either present moment or you'll see your name on a sign. You'll get in a little van or you'll be in a taxi. But no matter what time of day or night, if your plane's delayed, whatever, we will pick you up. Marcy sets up a WhatsApp group well in advance of the trip. And we use that WhatsApp group to communicate about flight delays and about time changes of things that we're doing during the day or during the week. So it's really important to have the WhatsApp there. And also we have a Google slide share too, so that people can upload their photos and we can all see everybody's photo. So anyway, that's Troncones. It's in the state of Guerrero, which the US State Department will tell you not to travel to. We've been there for the last 7 years, have never had a problem. And I think it's because this resort, I don't know this for a fact, but they must pay off the cartels because
Oh, yeah.
we've never, ever had a problem. I had my laptop there. I was, in my room. They have all the same workers there every year. So the same people clean the place, the same people serve the food and everything. I think he pays pretty well. So I think he keeps people pretty happy there. And I always felt 100% safe there.
Too.
So I just had no issue. And it's not like even in a big city, like even San Miguel, where you got to watch your wallet. I mean, this is a small town and they live on this tourism dollars. It's becoming more discovered by Americans who are building houses down there too. So unfortunately, that might change the nature of the place. But for right now, we have our little place there. It's our little slice of heaven. Okay, Marcy, next. This is me. I am going to be your guide there, but there's nothing really much to guide you to. Here's the pool, here's the yoga, here's the food, here's the beach. So this is why I love this trip, because I also get to relax. Of course, I will be working during the week too, because Jeannie will be back here. I can't remember. I don't think she's running a trip at the same time, but I think we have Charleston running at the same time. So I still do have to be involved in running the company, but I do get to relax some, and that's why I love this trip. And you can read about me on the website if you want to. I used to be a CNN reporter. I did documentaries for years, wrote a book. I've done a lot of different things in my old age. Okay, next. So this is what the resort actually looks like from a drone footage. So if you look right in the middle of that picture, that's the yoga platform. And then to the left of that is where we eat. And then we have all these places to sit. And then see those trees on the right is those trees, they're not banyan trees. I can't remember what kind of trees they are, but they're very shady. And the 2 hammocks that are there are under those trees. So you can be in the shade, watch the ocean while you're reading a book or relaxing or journaling, whatever. And then up above that, there's a little library, open air library with some books in it. You can sit there and read a book. And there are also some beautiful chairs to look out into the ocean from there. And also the massage little huts are right below the library. So when people are having a massage, you have to kind of be quiet. It is a library. Every little palapa has rocking chairs on the front porch, and people hang out there in the afternoon and just chit chat with each other, make friends. We even made friends with women down the beach who were boogie boarding, who were, staying somewhere else at a hotel, and they really wanted to be part of what we were doing. So it was fun getting to know other women. Okay, Marcy, next. These are the alumni from what year is that? That is an old year. That's from a long time ago.
Yeah.
Because I see Kathy Wood in there. That's from probably 3 years ago, I think, because Kim is in there too. That's true. But every year we try to take the obligatory pool photo. As you can see, there is a place on the edge of the pool where you can sit there and just be wet if you want to. On the right side, that's what she's doing. I don't think there is a hot tub there, but I don't think they ever turn it on because it's plenty warm. Who wants to be in a hot tub? But it's just charming, and it's so lovely the way the place is set up. And I was told, and Jan, you correct me if I'm wrong, Tom's son buried some crystals in the sand around the different palapas to give them energy. So the palapas are named by, mine was named Compassion. There's joy, there's harmony, there's unity. It's very hippy dippy, but it's also it just gives you a feeling of, okay, I feel like this is a place where I can relax and feel cared for. You really do feel taken care of in this place. Okay, next.
What is the name of the gal that's in the office, who runs the office?
Yelena.
Yelena, because she's lovely. I don't know if she's going to be there
She
again?
is. She
Oh,
is. She's
good.
still there. Yeah. Yep. She's
Uh-huh.
wonderful. So on Sundays are the days when so on Saturday you'll come in, you get picked up, and then we'll have dinner, and then we'll hang around, get to know each other. And then Sundays, after breakfast, we'll sign up for class. And by the way, we sign up for whatever activities you want during the week. By the way, the breakfast is usually at 10:30, so that we can accommodate the people that are in yoga from 9 to 10:30. So this is the kind of place where you can sleep late. You can get up and have a cup of coffee. Sometimes they'll put out a little cold stuff first, but it's a fabulous hot and cold meal for breakfast that's extremely filling. And if you eat that late in the morning, by 2 or 3 in the afternoon, you might want a little smoothie that you can order, and they'll bring it down to you on the beach. And then we have dinner at about 7 or 7:30 to try to catch the sunset. But on Sunday, you sign up for the classes. Sunday morning, you can do a meditation, you can do a yoga class, you can do whatever you want, and then come to breakfast. And then we'll get the day started with the signups for the classes. And then you're kind of free that afternoon to do whatever you want. You can get your massage that day. You're going to sign up for your massages because a massage or treatment of some kind is included in the price of the trip. And you may want more than one, as Cece said, because they are so good. They're very good masseuses there, I have to
Really
say.
good.
Oh, amazing.
Every year. They're so good. Yeah.
Okay, next slide, Marcy.
There's
Oh,
Amy.
this is what Jan loved, the boogie board. And then look at that's Amy with her flippers
Yeah,
on.
that's Amy.
going to boogie board. But all times of day, morning, noon, and night, not night, morning, noon, and afternoon, people are out there on the beach. And it is a good idea. I'm not a hat person generally, but I think in this place, it's a good idea to have a hat.
Yeah.
The sun is very strong.
Very strong.
So some kind of a hat is good, but it's very gentle. As you can see, the waves are not overwhelming. It's a very broad beach and a very far out breaking of the waves. So you can walk pretty far out and feel pretty safe and comfortable in the water. And they have boogie boards under the yoga platform if you want it. You don't have to bring your own board, although somebody did last year.
Somebody did.
Go ahead, Marcy. And this is on the kayaking trip, which, and we also have bicycles, by the way. We will rent bicycles. You can take bikes up and down the main road if you want to. You can go into town. You can go down and look at some of the other there's some super fancy hotels down the beach from us that have nice bars.
There's a doctor right 2 minutes from us that we can walk to if we get into trouble. I remember
Yeah,
somebody
that's
the
right.
doctor. Yeah.
Oh, you were thinking about the woman who fell off her bicycle.
Yes.
Yeah, right. Yeah, and that's good to have, actually. It's really good. And some people are really sensitive to mosquitoes. You'll see the mosquito nets there. I didn't use mine. A lot of people didn't use theirs. But if you're super sensitive to them, you might want to use them. I also bought those mosquito bands that you can buy at REI and put them around my ankle. So, but like I said, mosquitoes don't really like me very much, but some people, they really do like. So the kayaking is an add-on. I think it's $75. I'm not quite sure. So don't hold me to that price. And sometimes they change prices from year to year. But the group that lead that kayaking are very good, right, Jan? They're very good.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's the same guy every year. He's great.
Yeah.
That's where we did the paddle boarding. You had a choice to do.
That's right.
Yeah.
And that's about a 2.5-hour trip. Is that right? Yeah, you leave right after breakfast. You have an early breakfast that day, and then you leave and go do this, and you get back, by midday. Okay, next, Marcy.
I was going to say, and the iguana guy is amazing. We feed the iguanas all kinds of whatever he's got there. It's so incredible. They come running out from the trees, he calls them.
And how big are they, Jan?
huge. They're huge. I mean, little ones and big ones. It's really
Okay,
amazing.
very good. Okay. And then you have these body treatments. They do things with crystals, they do stones. I had a, what is that massage that I had last year? It's not it's a shiatsu. Was it shiatsu?
Wow.
Yeah, I think I had shiatsu last year. Anyway, some of them are very spiritual. There's a Mexican massage that you can get that's one of the women who's local to the area kind of infuses that with her Mexican spiritual stuff. And then her family runs a sweat lodge that you can also sign up for separately. They have to have a minimum number of people to run the sweat lodge, so it just depends on how many people sign up. But that is off-site about maybe 30 minutes away, I think, that sweat lodge. If you want to do a sweat lodge, apparently that's a very purifying, cleansing thing to do, but I've never been called to do it. But the
Yeah.
turtles are just magnificent. It's so fun to do the turtles. You just get your own little babies and you can name them and then you let them go and you watch them go to the ocean. You just pray they make it all the way.
Most of
Because
them do.
most of them do. That's right, Darlene. Most of them do. That's good.
We actually dug them up one year. Did you dig them up last year? I didn't go last year.
Yeah, we did the dig.
Yeah,
did digging?
yeah. Mhm.
Cool.
But it's
Someone
in a
did it.
different place, Jan. It's in kind of a different place from last year.
Oh.
That's why I had trouble finding. Okay, next. And of course, there's always the horseback riding.
Oh,
Now,
that's me in the front.
is that you?
That is you.
The
And
hat.
so we don't gallop, we just like do pokey along the beach, but it's just so beautiful. It's always at sunset. Horse riding is not for everybody, but if you want to try riding a horse, it's very easy. These horses are very gentle and they know what to do. So if that's your fantasy, horseback riding on a beach, we can fulfill that fantasy. Okay, and next. Oh, look at that. There's Jeannie
Silent
Ralston. That's from a couple years ago. That was the silent disco. And that was the first year, actually, 2 years ago, we discovered that. And the woman was on the beach and we said, okay, we have to do this every year. So we did it again last year. So we really hope that she's going to be, and she usually is there this time of year because we're still in the tourist season. So she's a young girl and local, and she plays world music that's really got a Latin beat to it. So it really kind of gets you in the mood of where you are, your sense of place. This is important to us on all of our trips, that we feel connected to the place where we are. And I will mention, it's not in here in this slideshow, but there's a woman who has a granddaughter who we decided was going to be our charity case on this past trip. And the granddaughter has had like, how many, 17 surgeries or something on her little body. And she's like 11 years old. And they have to go to Mexico City every 3 months for her to get treatment. And they need money for bus fare and motels and stuff like that. So we collected some funds for her. They sell these little shopping bags in order to collect funds, but we give her a donation, and we like to do something nice that's women connected, in the places that we go to. So this was one that we found. Maybe I'll find a different one this year. I don't know, but that was a very touching thing. We got nice pictures with
It
her
was.
too. It was very nice. Kathy went, yeah, right.
Yeah, I went with you on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
I went.
next.
It was great.
But yeah,
Yes,
Darlene
Darlene
went
was
too.
there
That's right.
too. Yeah.
Yeah, her mom was bitten by a scorpion while she was pregnant, so she gave birth prematurely, and the child was organs were not fully developed.
Wow.
Such an incredible story, but it's so nice that we could at least play a small part in helping them out. Our farewell dinner, this is where all our dinners are, like this, at a table where we're all like talking to each other, and it's just amazing how people connect. And Darlene, I'll take this opportunity to go to you and say it was your first trip and Kathy's too. So
Mhm.
Darlene, tell us your impressions of looking at that table now, okay, of the people who go on these kinds of trips. What would you say?
Well, there were so many things great about it, but the people were really one of the best things. I mean, it was a great group of people. And as far as the food goes, I'm vegan, and they, I don't even know how to say it. They were phenomenal in accommodating what I wanted to eat.
Mhm.
Ate a lot. And so, and I always do eat a lot. Anyway, so the trip was really great. The thing that I have to say really resonated with me before I decided to go last year, because I have friends that do these tour groups, or used to, and I've seen these tour groups. I have friends that do tour groups, and they're all like, okay, we have to get up at 8, be at the door, get on a bus for 3 hours, da 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 da. And maybe that's somebody's jam, but it's not mine.
Yeah.
So I was very careful about finding out that I could just chill. I could just do whatever I wanted to do. And I did some of the add-ons. I'd probably do the kayaking if I went again. But the turtle thing was probably my favorite. And the cacao ceremony was awesome. And it was just fun and relaxing. And I mean, if there are people who have done other tour things, this is nothing like that. This is just do what you want or do nothing.
And you're coming back this year too.
Well, I still haven't signed up.
What? Darlene? Okay. All
Come,
right. Well,
Darlene.
considering it.
I'm trying. I know. I'm like, I see Kathy and I see Jan in her sexy new haircut, and I'm trying to buy a car right now, so I have to see where that goes. But
Okay.
yeah, it would be a great trip. Usually, I have to say, usually I'm a one and done person, but this is something that I would do again.
Great. Oh, that's good to hear. So Kathy, before I come to you, I want to ask if there are any questions from anyone who hasn't been on the trip and wants to know about NextTribe or about Troncones.
Not so far.
Not so far. Okay.
I have a question.
Yes, go.
So do you have a list of those activities and the estimated cost of those so that we can make sure that we can plan for that ahead of time?
We get those lists. I wish. We don't get them until we get there on Sunday.
But even
They
if you
won't.
had it from last year and just kind of like a guesstimate, I have no idea. I mean, I was in Huatuco like
Yeah.
20 years ago.
Yeah.
So I'm sure.
You know what, Marcy, we could write to Yelena and see if she could send us a list with the estimated prices that we could send out to everybody.
Yeah.
That would be helpful. Because sometimes, here's what happens, sometimes they switch it up and they have different activities in different years. So it's like, it's really hard. What you asked for is really hard, but we're gonna try. We are definitely gonna try.
Yeah, I understand. Just
Sure, no,
anything.
absolutely. I would want to know it too if I were traveling, but
I'm like,
just
I want to
know
do that. I want to do
yeah,
that. I wanna do
yeah.
that.
But you know what? You can wait until Sunday to decide, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. You can wait until Sunday. And there's an ATM in town, by the way, speaking of cash, there's an ATM in town that doesn't always work. So you need to bring whatever cash you want to bring with you, bring it in US dollars, or bring maybe a couple hundred in pesos if you want to. Because there's a jewelry store there. There's like places that you might want to shop as well. But yeah, bringing some cash to be able to pay for these things, because you cannot pay for the kayak with a credit card. And we can't be a bank or anything. So you have to like deal with your own money there. Okay, who else? So Anne Lane, no questions, Anne?
Not yet.
Okay. Let's see, Kathy Goff, give us your read on everything.
Well, like CC, this trip in March to Mexico was my first trip with NextTribe, and CC and I ended up being roommates. We knew ahead of time before we went that we were going to be roommates, so we communicated with each other by email and text and even talked on the phone. So I just found that was, I think, something we both really appreciated, that we could get to know each other a little bit before we got there. And we really just had such a great rapport that we're going to be roommates again this next time. Yeah. So everything that everybody else said, I agree with. I think the thing that I looked forward to every day was everybody coming to the table in the evening for dinner. I just found that it just was awesome. I mean, everybody tried to kind of switch up where they sat every night. So you were sitting with different people. And I felt like I really got to know everybody that was in our group. And I just really loved that. And the staff there in that dining room,
Yeah.
by the second day, they knew all our names. They were called by my first name when I walked in. You know, what can I help you with? What do you need? They were so wonderful.
That is the most amazing thing. The service is incredible at this place.
I hope some of those same guys are there when we go
Yeah,
back.
they
to
will
March.
be. Yeah,
They
will
were
be.
so amazing.
Yeah.
I went on the bird thing on the kayak. I love that. I did the cacao ceremony. I did some yoga. I just, I helped release turtles. I spent plenty of time just relaxing, by the pool. And I did go boogie boarding one day for a little bit and got a thumbs up from Amy because I made it all the way in one time. So I'm like, okay, I'm done. That was great.
Well, you're from Canada, so
Yeah.
I don't know how much boogie boarding you're doing up there, but it was a great opportunity, and it's warm, and
Yeah.
it's March, so it's a nice time of year to escape the
Very nice.
cold. I
Yeah,
don't know
very
where
nice.
everybody else is from, but it's wonderful time of year to have a vacation.
One idea that I wanted to put out there, maybe if Marcy's going to be contacting them about other stuff. I see, read the descriptions of the other trips coming up, and I just wondered if we could put a bug in their ear. Is there any way to arrange maybe some kind of cooking class there with somebody local who would teach
Interesting.
us some cooking, some of the
Mexican
local
cooking,
cuisine?
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
because that would really,
Well,
that's
you know who would be great?
Yeah.
Why not learn from the best? That woman that cooks at present moment.
Yeah,
She's a fabulous chef.
that's true. Yeah.
I
even
wonder
do
if
it
we
right
could,
there.
yeah, I know.
I would love that.
I will ask you, Lena. I'll do that separately, Marcy, but when you're asking her about the extras, would you ask her how much a massage costs? I believe it was $120 last time for an
That sounds right.
hour. Yeah, for like, it was an hour, right? $120.
Do we
Um,
get any kind of special rates? Because I bet on the website, there's probably a spa menu or.
No, that's the rate that they charge us. It was 120.
Are you sure?
And-
I thought it was less than that. I
Me
don't remember
too.
being
I
so
did too.
much.
maybe it was 100 and I gave her a $20 tip.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
sounds
Yeah,
more.
it seemed closer to 100.
Yeah, probably
think
right.
10% tip.
Yeah.
But the massage was incredible.
It was
Amazing.
every
Every
single
single
one of those
Every one
masseuses
of
is
them.
great. Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
I
I
was
mean,
having terrible hip pain when I got there. I had a hip problem and I told her about it. And when I got up off that table, it was like a miracle. I just
Wow.
was so impressed. Yeah.
Nice.
And did you have the shiatsu too? I think that's the one I had was shiatsu.
I
Who
know.
had shiatsu? Nobody?
Mm.
I thought she was good. That's on the floor on a tatami mat. I'd never had that before. That was
Oh.
kind of interesting.
Mhm.
But anyway, so that, I mean, it's kind of interesting that we've got 5 or 6 people coming from last year's trip. So it'll be a little family reunion there. But last year, nobody knew each other. And
Yeah.
now y'all all kind of know each other, the 5, and then there'll be this whole group of another 7 or 8 people who will not know each other, but I'm sure they'll integrate well because y'all are friendly. Y'all are just a really friendly group.
There were no bitches.
That's right, no bitches.
That's what I like to say. There were no bitches.
Do you get a
That
lot
was-
of solo travelers?
Yes, we do.
Do
We
you?
do.
Okay.
Darlene, you're
I'm a
solo
solo.
traveler.
Yeah, I'm solo.
Okay.
Jan, yeah.
Yeah.
mhm.
Oh, that's great. That's
Yeah.
nice to know.
Yeah, it's, and
absolutely.
you know, solo travelers who come and just decide they don't want to be alone, they want a roommate.
Right, okay.
It, you know, honestly, we have had it really work out well. And if it doesn't work out well, we swap around. It's like, you know, how often does it not work out well? I can't think of a time of a trip that I've been on that it didn't work out.
Yeah, my
Um,
roommates were great, actually. I mean,
Yeah.
I got there solo back and forth, but yeah, it was fine. I mean, I worried about someone snoring, but I bought eye mask and earplugs just in case.
Yeah.
I think it's important to say that the community uses the yoga as much as, you know, we do. So it's a mixture of people coming in and using, and they come to the restaurant as well.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
not just us there, like 8 of us, 12 of us. And it's nice. Everybody's very civil and lovely. I don't find there's a lot to buy there. It's not like, you know, you go into town, you want to see it once. I don't go anymore because it's not very exciting.
Well,
I wish-
that's because you buying Amy's jewelry. There's that
Yeah.
jewelry guy that she knows across the street. That's the
Right.
guy. You want to go check that out too.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
there's yeah, you're right. I mean, I bought a hat.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
that's the only
it's
thing
not
I
a big
bought there was a
shopping.
hat. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, not a big shopping place.
No.
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 I bought
It's-
jewelry, but you know,
Yeah.
I always buy jewelry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
And you don't have to sign up for yoga if you don't want to. You either
Yeah.
you can show up for meditation or not show up.
Yeah.
It's right. We never
Yeah.
signed up for anything.
No, there was a
You're
sign-in
supposed to
sheet.
sign the thing, but nobody ever
Well, there's a
signs it.
sign-in sheet, but you didn't
Yeah.
have to sign up ahead of time to do
Yeah,
it.
right. That's right.
Yeah.
That's
That's
right.
right.
Yeah.
When you go in, you sign your name, but
When you
that's
go in
it.
and say, yeah.
And we
And but
get that's part of our deal is doing
Yeah.
yoga and meditation, right?
that a certain number of classes in the week.
Oh, I didn't know.
So that's allegedly, that's the deal, is you get a certain number of classes in the week, but who's keeping count? I heard, and I never took it, but I heard the meditation class was incredible.
Yeah.
So,
I did.
did you
Very
take it?
Yes.
it was
Okay.
good.
Good.
Yeah. I'd like to hear about the cacao class because I did it 2 years ago and it was I didn't like it at all. It was down the street in somebody's place and it was I
Yeah.
thought it was horrible.
Now,
Yeah.
somebody
I did it
loved
last
it
year.
last year.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
who was it? And she did it right there on the yoga
On the
platform.
platform. Yeah, I was there.
And what did you think of it?
I wouldn't sign up for it again.
No.
It
Hmm.
wasn't really my thing. Yeah.
Interesting, interesting, yeah.
Yeah.
I liked it. It seemed a little more expensive than some of the other things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I liked it.
Mm-hmm.
You would do it again?
I would I'd consider doing it again. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I would probably do the kayaking thing, potentially.
What
a
about the
turtle
boat?
thing.
If we could get enough people on the boat?
Oh,
I
I would
think the
do that.
boat.
The
Yeah.
boat
I
would
would
be
do that.
nice.
Yeah.
I think 3 of us split the boat, as I
Yeah.
recall. Yeah, as I
Mhm.
recall.
Okay.
And it was wonderful. The snorkeling, I think, did not make sense. It was just too rough where we were.
Yeah, I never thought the snorkels would be good, but Cheryl came back like raving about the snorkeling, but
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
Interesting.
She did everything.
Cheryl's
Yeah, I
a
know.
geek.
Cheryl wants to do
She's the
everything.
one that brought the boogie board, right?
Yeah, right.
Yes, it is. She brought her own personal boogie board. That's right.
Right.
He's a
And
wild
a
thing.
wetsuit.
She had a lot of luggage.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. So, any other questions? Any questions about NextTribe itself and what kind of a company we are? This is kind of how we roll when we talk to each other. This is kind of the type of people we are.
I just
Well-
wanted to say something about covering your feet on the beach because the sand can be very hot. So
Oh,
you
yeah.
really
True.
need
True.
beach shoes, not just flip-flops. I don't
Yeah.
think. I got myself very inexpensive online, Amazon. You know, those little black booty-like things. And
Like water shoes.
yeah,
Mhm.
go
Yeah.
swimming with them or
Yeah.
not. But yeah, anyway, I
Yeah,
said,
the sand was hot. And there was some, like over there by the hammocks, I'm assuming that's where it happened to me, but one day I laid in the hammock for a while and I ended up with like sand flea bites all over my.
Oh,
Wow, interesting. I never got that. Wow.
It was, yeah. And it just so happened I had a dermatology appointment like right after I got home.
Oh,
And I'm all
wow.
covered with these hand flea bites, but
So it
Yeah.
just shows you, people,
Yeah.
certain people are sensitive to certain things. Like I sleep without this mosquito net. I
Yeah.
never had a problem with sand fleas. So I guess they don't like me. My blood is not sweet.
yeah. Also, some of them have air conditioning. I've never had air conditioning and I'm perfectly fine with it.
Yeah,
I always
yeah.
get tranquility. I hope maybe I'll get it again.
Yeah, I don't
Nice.
know. Yeah, I don't
I
know that
think-
we haven't assigned the rooms yet, I don't think.
No.
I think all the air conditioned rooms are already full though, just based on the numbers who paid that extra.
yeah, Cece and I got an air conditioning room this time. She wanted that, so that was fine with
Okay.
me to
Okay.
try it. Yeah.
If
And-
tranquility is available, I would love to have that. I've had it for 3 years, so I feel like it's kind of like,
Uh,
Should have your
Oh,
name,
it's-
Jan.
Oh, it's her. So, Marcy, can we arrange that?
if you can.
Arrange what? Sorry.
Jan and
Tranquility.
Tranquility. We'll look at the rooming list and
Yeah,
figure
you'll
out.
see. And I don't know if Wendy is looking for a roommate. Are you, Wendy? So,
Okay,
You go,
Darlene.
My email address is travel@nexttribe.com. And if you want to say, hey, can I room with so-and-so, or can I have this particular room, just email me. That's the easiest way.
okay,
Because otherwise then I forget.
gotcha.
If it's in my email, I'll see it and remember to follow up. But I am writing it down too.
Is
I'm
it?
trying to talk Marcy into coming too, so. that would
Yes,
be fun.
Marcy, you should
Oh,
come.
Marcy.
I
you should
might.
come.
I'll
Oh,
be in
if-
Wyoming this winter, so I wouldn't mind getting away
What?
from Wyoming in
Right.
March.
Why? Why?
Is
Why
it
am I in
cold?
Wyoming? Oh, yeah, I love Wyoming, but yes, March is freezing.
It's a rough
Windy.
month. Yeah. Yeah.
Maria, where are you?
I am in Minneapolis.
You're in Minneapolis. We have
Yep.
so many travelers from Minnie now. It's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
and-
I think we exchanged an email about, I really think it'd be a great destination.
Yes, right.
Mhm,
That's right.
mhm,
Yeah, good,
mhm.
good. Okay.
Yeah. I had a question about the power, because I do have a CPAP.
Yeah,
And so I
no
was just,
problem.
okay.
Yeah, it's just
Um,
regular
All
power,
right.
regular
Okay.
power.
Everything's regular about that.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Great.
Yeah, I was able to plug in my phone and my Apple Watch and everything every night in the palapa, no problem.
By the
Okay.
way, for CPAPs, have you seen my brother? Is it for apnea, I assume, right?
Mhm,
So my
mhm.
brother wears a wristband that wakes him up, so he didn't have to use a CPAP.
Wow.
yeah, there's
Wow.
new stuff for that. Yeah.
Pretty amazing.
There's a lot of different things. There's an implant.
Inspire, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that people have.
Wow.
I have had it for 14 years. I don't have
Yeah.
a big issue with it.
Yeah.
I think of it as like my godsend to be able to sleep 9 hours, 9 hours.
Exactly, right.
Right.
You'd be snoozing. There you go.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
good.
So, and I did have asked for a single room just because even though you're wearing one of those, you never know for sure. And plus I have also had roommates who snored. And
Yeah.
yeah, I can still. So anyway, yeah,
Earplugs.
just I was wondering about that. No, and I really like your company's descriptions that you've provided, and
Thank you.
a lot of the trips are of interest to me.
Thank
I
you.
think I looked at a couple that you were doing in Europe. I mean, you know, some of those ones that I think are just look fabulous, in Italy, for example, or France or Paris, fill up fast.
Yeah.
And then they're
They
full.
do.
So
They
so
do,
then,
yeah.
you know, it was kind of a matter of that to where I ended up getting to this trip. I think I missed the window and didn't get signed up this year.
Oh,
So what I just, you know, right away decided to do it in April
oh, good.
so that I
Very
wouldn't
good.
miss it again. So
Good,
yeah,
good,
yeah.
good.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it because it's
Awesome.
Minnesota. Yeah, it's Minnesota
Yeah.
in the winter. You want to
Back
get.
to- Exactly,
I
right.
love
Like
Mexico
Wyoming.
too.
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah, love it.
I love Mexico too. I'm going the end of this month for San Miguel for Day of the Dead, which this is my
Okay.
3rd year doing that. And it's just such a magical place. And I cannot believe how much Americans have just neglected to appreciate all the variety there is in that country. The variety
Yes.
of cuisine, the variety of cultures. It's really something that we've taken for granted, I think, living right next door. So it's
Yeah.
always wonderful for us when we go to Mexico, when there's somebody of Mexican descent or somebody who has some ties to Mexico is on the trip. So I don't think anybody on this trip does have it, but we always wish that that were the case. And in the absence of that, we really try to connect with whoever is there on the ground and meet, local women on the ground. So there is another charity there I'm going to look into when I get there. And see if and it's women, helping women through, I think it's through women who can't afford something for the schools, or there's something to do with schools. So I'll look into that and find something else. Wendy, do you have any other questions? Okay, very good. All right, well, if I've answered everybody's question, everybody's had a chance to talk. Thank you very much, everybody. I can't wait to see everybody in Troncones.
Me too.
Yep.
How many are signed up?
I think we have about 9 now.
Yeah, yep. Mhm.
So we'd be happy if we had another 4, 5, but even if we didn't, we'd be fine. We'd still run it. We're not in the point where we're canceling trips anymore. Our trips just fill up now. So
That's wonderful.
it's
have
really good.
else with you guys because this is my 4th time.
Oh my goodness,
there.
bless your heart, Jan, bless your heart. All right,
Thank
well,
you
thank you
so
so much.
much, Jeannie. Thank you.
See
Thanks,
ya.
Gonna do the
everybody.
drawing
Thank
discount?
you, Marcy.
Say what?
Are you still gonna do the drawing discount?
Oh, shoot, I forgot that. Oh my gosh, hold
Don't
on.
forget
just one
that.
sec. Oh my
No.
goodness, hold on. We
Jeannie,
didn't
do you want me
do
to?
it.
Someone needs to, you know.
Yeah, Marcy's gonna have to do it.
Okay,
Well,
let Marcy do
It's
it.
gonna take me a minute to write everyone's name. Is
What
that
do you-
okay?
What is this? I don't even know what this
A
is.
drawing for a discount on the trip.
Oh.
Okay.
Do you have to
Um,
be present to win?
You have to be present to win, so stand by.
Okay.
Hang on, okay. Okay, I just tore a page out of my planner for May 2025. So when it gets to May 2025, I'm gonna be like, where is that week? Okay. We have
Okay,
Kathy,
Kathy, Maria,
okay.
Darlene. Jan, Kathy, Maria, Darlene,
Wendy.
Jan,
Jan, Kathy, Maria.
Darlene, Wendy, Jan, and Jan is on. Why is Jan on here twice?
Jan's getting
Jan,
a few slips in there.
Jan's getting no. Jan's only on there once. No, not fair.
No, something got
Jan and
I
Jane.
left me back.
Jan,
And Maria's
Kathy,
on here
Maria,
twice too.
Darlene.
Maria,
Yeah, I
you don't
just-
get two.
No, I just had my computer on so I could
All
see the
right,
slideshow.
okay, all
Sorry.
right.
Wendy.
Throw them up in the air, Marcy. See who lands.
Okay, hang on. I'm
So
still
I
missing
found the
some
car that I
people.
want, but it's twice as much as what I planned on paying. So I'm like all about the discount.
I'm the
Ouch.
same
Yeah.
thing. I just bought a car. Cannot believe how much my car payments are. I swore I would never do this. Oh my God.
So it says there's 10 people here, but I only see 1, 2. How come I only have 5 names?
There's
Jan,
Well,
five.
there,
There's 5.
Maria. Okay, Jan, Kathy, Maria, Darlene, Wendy. Did I forget someone?
That's
no,
it.
because some people
Five.
dropped off and
Okay.
there are 2
5.
doubles on
Yeah,
here.
5 total.
Yeah.
But yeah, the
Okay.
cars are stupid expensive.
Yeah.
Now I have to tear them up.
It's like, oh my God. But it's
I can't handle a
Maria.
car payment. No car
Hey,
payment.
Maria.
Yeah.
I moved from Minneapolis 5 years ago.
Oh, you did.
I lived out there for 40 years.
Ah, where did you move to?
Delaware.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Dan and I live by the beach. Not
Oh.
together. I mean, that's how Dan and I are in Delaware.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, if you ever want to come back and visit,
I was just there. I had to come back for the state fair. All this talk about Tim Walls. I was like, I miss my peeps. I miss my people.
he was so
Ready to go
funny at
back.
the fair. He was so funny. He was just talking to everyone and eating everything. He was so cute.
What is it about Minneapolis that inspires such incredible, fierce loyalty? It's like
Minnesota.
Austin is the same
It's
way.
really Minnesota.
Is it
It's,
Minnesota, not just Minneapolis? Mhm.
it's just I raised my children there. I hated it. I hated when my parents moved me from here.
Yeah.
Up there, I thought it was the cruelest thing anyone could ever do.
Mhm.
But
Okay.
it looks like she's ready.
There's
Go.
5 in there. We ready? 1,
Ready.
and the winner is Kathy.
Oh, nice.
Standing up, all right. Okay.
Woo.
woo.
My gosh,
Congrats.
that's awesome.
Okay.
You can buy us
Awesome.
a drink.
Yeah.
You will buy a drink. And Kathy signed up for another trip. What other trip you going
I
on with
just
me?
here's another plug I want to put in. When I first signed up with NextTribe, I was doing the, the yearly membership fee. Well,
Mhm.
then I just decided I want to be a lifetime member.
Oh.
So I paid for a lifetime membership, and those
Wow.
people get alerted about new trips
Mm.
before everybody else.
Yeah.
And I hated that this year I missed out on the Portugal trips because that's somewhere I've wanted to go for a long time.
Right.
And they
Yeah, me
fill up
too.
so fast. So they just recently posted the Portugal trip for next year, and I booked it right
Yeah.
away.
Signed up right away. And I'm leading that trip. I can't
yeah.
wait.
I am excited.
Portugal's amazing.
And next September, yeah. So.
Awesome.
Oh,
Well, we're releasing another trip to the lifetime members tomorrow. So get ready.
great.
Ooh, where?
Can't tell. Lifetime members only. Sorry.
Can you speak about that? Can you tell us what that's about?
Yes, lifetime member. So the memberships in NextTribe are this: $9 a month, $39 a year, or a lifetime membership where we never bug you again. So and the lifetime membership is $399, but you get first dibs on every trip. And if there's a room available to upgrade you to, we upgrade you. I can't remember what all the perks are, but those are the main ones. And the main reason people sign up is for the early notice about trips so that they don't lose out.
I can
Nice.
see why as many that sell out that
Yeah.
are really special looking. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we'll keep them going. And, so long as y'all keep traveling, we'll keep them going. Jeannie is, like I said, on the Inca Trail, trying to keep them alive for the next 4 days. All these women down there. I said,
Wow.
Jeannie, just bring them back alive. She just texted me right before this call. She texted me. She said, I'm in a tent right on the Inca Trail and I have Wi-Fi. I said, Jeannie, get off your Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi. Oh, that's incredible.
I know. All right, everybody. Thank you so
you.
much.
Thank you.
Great seeing-
Yeah.
I'll see you in Troncones.
Thank
Yes.
you.
Hasta la vista.
Bye.
Bye.
Next Tribe
Bye.
Bye.
is the best.
Bye-bye. Oh, thank you. Bye.
Thank you.